Hello stamping friends, today I'm going to show you how to make these albums. These are little brag books that will fit in a purse or in a pocket anywhere. It stays nicely closed up, you can open it. It's got two flaps, you can put pictures on both sides. Two bottom flaps, you can put pictures on both sides. Pictures on the inside. As well, there are pull-outs and you can put pictures on both sides again. There's an insert there in that pocket, and then there's inserts in these pockets as well that you can put pictures in it. You can put little words in it to explain what your journal, like little journal entries. So it's very simple actually how we're going to make this. You can use any kind of designer paper you like, coordinating with your cardstock. So here I've just totally done something different. And then for the bling here I've used buttons. And then a matching button on the outside. Okay, so we're going to get started. And the first thing we're going to need is for the cover, we need a piece of cardstock 6.5 by 11 inches. And then what we're going to do is we're going to score it 1/2 inch all the way around the 4 outside edges. And then you're going to score it down the center at 5.5 inches. Okay? Then what you're going to do, so that your album doesn't get all bulky, we're going to miter the 4 corners. This way it's going to lay nice and flat. And then we're going to cut a little V into the center as well. Okay, like so. Then what you're going to do is you want to use sticky strip for this because you want your album to stay closed. You don't want it to come apart, and it might come apart if you use your snail up over a period of time. Whereas if you use your sticky strip, you know it's going to stay adhered very good. Okay, so we're just putting your sticky strip on all 4 pieces, or sorry, all around the 4 edges. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to remove the sticky strip. And the last one. Okay, so then what you're going to do is then you're going to fold all your edges in now. There you go. Okay, so there's the outside of your album. So what we want to do then is we want to take a piece of coordinating designer cover or designer series paper, and this is 5 1/4 by 9 3/4. And then we're just going to, you can use your snail for this, but make sure you do it close to your edges so that it doesn't peel up. Okay, and then you're just going to place it on. Okay, now for the inside, we're going to, I don't want my centers here to just be plain, so I'm going to add some designer paper on the inside as well so that it covers up the cardstock. So we're just going to put this on either side of the center score. The designer series paper I'm using is called Well Worn from the 2011-2012 idea catalog. But you know, I've used several different ones and anything works. It's just great. Okay, so the second thing we're going to do now is we're going to take another piece of cardstock for our pockets. We need 2 of them. 4.5 by 6.5 inches each. And then again, we're going to score, but we're going to score here 1/2 inch on both ends and 1/2 inch on one of the long edges. Okay, and then again, you're going to miter your connecting corners where the scores connect. And then we're going to punch out a circle so that you've got a little notch there. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to fold your paper up, and then we're going to put score tape on again, or sticky strip. Utility knives work really good on this, but I misplaced mine, so that's okay, that works too. So now what we're going to do is these are folded backwards, okay? You're going to take your cover and you're going to line up your 2 long edges and your corners. So we'll just line that up, and then we'll fold down that edge and we'll fold down that edge. And then there's our second one that I've already done. I'm going to cut a punch in there as well. And then we'll glue that one down too. So again, we're lining up our 2 long edges, corner to corner. Edges are all matched up. And there we go. Okay. So then what we're going to do is we're going to make our top flaps. So your top flaps, they need to be 4 by 6.5 inches. And then for this one here, you're just going to score at one end 1 inch down. Okay, again, you need 2 of these, 4 by 6.5 inches, score 1 inch down on one end, and then you're going to miter that corner, both corners. Okay, and then you're going to add sticky strip. I like to add 2 strips because it just helps it to lie nice and flat. There we go. Take your tape off. Fold that piece in. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to line up your top edge and your side edge here. So then you've got your top flap. So I've already cut this one too, so we're folding it backwards, lining up your top edge, line up your corners, that way your side edges will match, and there you have it. Okay, so now you've got your 2 flaps. So now what we want to do is we want to put on our bottom flip out pieces. So what we're going to do there is we're going to cut out 2 of these again that are 4 inches by 8 inches. And then you're going to score both of them at 4 inches. And then you're going to add score tape down from the score line to the end, right on the edge. Then we'll remove our sticky strip. And fold it in half. Okay, and then you've got your pocket. The other one I've already cut, scored, and taped. So we'll just fold that one too. Okay. Now we're going to get our hinges so that we can attach our bottom pockets to our album. So what you need here is you need 2 of these, 2 inches by 4 inches. So here we're going to score it down the long way at 1 inch. Okay, fold it in half. Miter again, the corner, and then you're going to add 4 pieces of sticky strip this time, 2 to each side of the fold. So there's 1. Oops. 2. 3. And 4. Okay. Now we're just going to remove the sticky strip from one side first. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take one of our pockets. We're going to make sure that we have, there's the top. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach our hinge to the bottom fold. So we're going to take the part that we've taken the sticky strip off. We're going to match it up to the bottom. Okay. Then we're going to remove the sticky strip from the other half of the hinge. Bring our album back. And we're going to line it up to the bottom. And there you see, so how everything, your both flaps line up to your pocket. Okay, and then we'll do the exact same for this side. We'll line it up, and there we have it. So that pretty much takes care of that. So what we want to do now is we want to decorate it up a little bit. You can choose to put designer paper on all the flaps or just 1 or 2 of them. It's really your choice, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to attach some designer paper to the pockets. I'll show you here a little trick. If you keep the circle that you punched out of here, the easy trick here is just to put a piece of tape on it. Okay, then you're going to line it up where you want your paper to go. Then you're going to match up the circle where you cut it out. Like that, because you've got tape on it, it's going to stick. And then you're going to use your punch to line it up and punch it out, just like so. Okay, now we can put some snail on here. Around the notch. And then we'll line it up. And then we're going to do the same to the other side. So I'll put it down there. I'm going to put some tape on my circle. Okay. Match it up. And punch it out. Tape again. Don't tape over top of your book. Not a good idea in case you go off the edge. Okay? Now you put it down. Okay. Now I'm going to put designer paper on these 4 corners here. Now you can do all the same on both sides. You can flip your designer paper around. You can use a different color designer paper, it doesn't matter. I'm going to keep mine all the same this time. A lot of times I change it up, but this time I'm going to keep it the same. So I'm just going to put tape on and put it on. And then again. These pieces here of designer paper here are 3 3/4 inches square, these two. And these two here, I forgot to tell you, are 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so put that down. Okay, and then put that on there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just design, decorate our pocket up a little bit by putting some little flaps on there. So I just used a gold brad because it kind of has a little bit of gold fleck in there, so I thought it would match nicely. I've already put, so you're putting sticky tape on again, and then you're going to, okay, so I've already put tape on these ones too to save time. Notch it up to the other side. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to take, and this time this here is going to be, the closure tab is going to be 1 1/4 inches by 4 inches, and I like to score it down the center. You're only going to put tape on one side of this because it's going to glue to the back of your album. Okay, flip your album to the back, put it on, and there you have it. And then I'll use a piece of Velcro so that I can close that up. Isn't that pretty? So there you go. And then actually you'll want to put your inserts in. So for that, very quickly, you're just going to cut out some cardstock. Now they've discontinued the round tab punch. That makes me sad. So I'll just punch out some circles and I'll fold the circles in half. Okay, tape up the circles. And then you're going to, so it comes out. So right about there. Okay, and there's your one pocket. Okay, and then we'll do the same to the other side. And that, if you just line it in like this here, slide it in, then you can match up where your circle is punched out. You're lining it up to there, and then folding it. And then you'll do the same to your bottom flaps as well. So we'll put tape on there. Put it in about the center. You know, I think you can get more creative than that. But what the heck. It doesn't look that bad. And then the other one, center, fold, put it in your, and there you have it, all done. That's quite the little book you've got. Okay, thank you for watching, and send me an email if you have any questions.